Hello lovely people, welcome to the Geek Cupboard, I'm Penge and welcome back to Project Hospital, where we've now got the intensive care unit up and running, although it is a little bit basic right now. It's a little bit threadbare, as we can see, because over here in the main intensive care room itself, it's quite empty, isn't it? There's a whole lot of nothing going on over there. I mean, on that wall there, that's quite exciting. There's all sorts of shelves and drawers and medical equipment and medical gizmos and things. That's quite exciting. And then over here in this corner, we do have the one and only intensive care bed. Because it turns out that the important life-saving machines that go bing and bong and boop, they're quite expensive. So we can only afford one set of the important binging, bonging, booping life-saving machines before we then ran out of money. So that's why we've only got one bed in there right now. But that's okay. It's fine. It's working. It's all good. It's kind of like a work in progress, I would say, our intensive care unit, because of course it's not finished. Look at that, the floor isn't done. That room doesn't even have a plant in it, which is a tragedy. The corridor isn't done either, so we have work to do over here, but it's up and running. It's a valid department, it's got staff in it, they're working, they're doing stuff, and that's kind of what counts. So as time goes by, as we get some more money in every so often, we'll add some flooring in, we'll buy a plant, we'll put some more shelves in, we'll get some more beds and machines that go bing and bong and boop, and we'll sort the corridor out. But that's kind of a more long-term thing. As it stands right now, that department is up and running, and that's okay. So I think today it's finally time to get a night shift sorted. It's long overdue, isn't it? And lots of people in the comments have been saying, please get a night shift, it will help out a great deal. So okay, commenting people, you're absolutely right. Now is the time for a night shift. So currently our emergency clinics, so that bit over there and the doctors over there, they close at 6 p.m. and that used to be okay. That didn't used to be a problem at all because we'd seen everybody by 6 p.m. and then we could just close up. We had time at the end of the day, in fact, to go and play on solitaire or whatever. But now we're really busy. We get sent many people from all the insurance companies and we don't get to see everybody by the end of the day. And if we do get to the end of the day and there are people waiting, we just kind of kick them out, which is a little bit sad, isn't it? We just go, okay, I'm sorry you're still here, but we're shut. Bye-bye, there's the door. And that's not good, is it? I mean, it's not good for one reason. It's going to be really bad for our reputation if we keep hoofing people out untreated. And then secondly, we're not getting money from those people. So all those people that are leaving without being treated, without being seen by the doctors, they've not given us any money. They're kind of, wasted potential right there. So we need to sort that out. And a night shift will help out quite a bit with that. So I think we do need to get one in. So I'm thinking with a night shift, we're going to need to get some doctors in. I would say at least 2 doctors maybe. We need a receptionist because, people need to come in and report to reception. And the receptionist can do some triage and all that kind of stuff. And then I think as well, we might need an overnight pharmacist. Because if people are being treated by the doctors, they might then also need to go and pick up some, medical supplies or whatever. So we might need a pharmacist. We're going to need an overnight cleaner because, somebody might come in at 2 a.m, dripping blood everywhere. And we don't want that to remain around until 8 o'clock in the morning when the day shift starts. So we need a cleaner overnight as well. And then what I'm not sure about is over here in radiology. Do we need people over here or can people wait till the morning? So if somebody comes in at 11 o'clock at night, and they say, ow, my shoulder hurts, and the doctor goes, yes, you need an x-ray. Do they go and just sort of sit over here and wait all night long? Or do we need somebody overnight doing x-rays? I'm not entirely sure. I guess we will find that out. But first things first, let's get some doctors in, and the receptionist, and the pharmacist, and a cleaner. Let's get the sort of the essentials in for a night shift, and we'll see how it goes. The only thing is as well, the night shift has started, but I think we're closed because it's 3 minutes past 8. If we add people in now, so if we say, we've got 2 doctors on the night shift, are we going to reopen? Is that going to happen? I'm not entirely sure. Do you know what? We'll give it a go. I imagine we'll reopen because we have staff to actually, treat people and such. So let's get a couple of doctors in. Let's put them over here. Let's share Dr. Penge and Dr. Dave's offices, shall we? So we need 2 people. So there we go. Dr. Penge in the day. So at night time, who's going to go into here? Okay. There's 2 frontrunners. There's Jane King and Dana King. Okay, that's good. So general medicine 87%, diagnosis 78%. She's got 64% and 51%. Okay, so hang on, what's this though? So hard worker, you do not take free time breaks, and diagnostic genius, extra talent for diagnosis. Okay, that's good. And no other secrets. Jane King, I like the sound of you. Now somebody has pointed out in the comments that hard worker thing, I think that's what they're referring to. It looks really good. it looks very good here. So you look at that and go, hard worker does not take free time breaks. And you look and go, well, that's quite good. They're getting on with stuff. They're going to do more work. But because they don't take free time breaks, they're not dealing with their needs. So they're not going to go and have a sit down and have a drink or have some food or whatever. So by the end of the day, they're completely exhausted because they've not looked after themselves. They've been really sort of, diligently doing their job. So that could be potentially a bad thing, but she is by far the best candidate. She's absolutely by far the best candidate. Look at that, we've got 2 Fosters and 2 Kings coming in. Okay, let's get Jane King in. If we're going to do it, we might as well do it properly. She's quite expensive, but she's very good. So there you go. In you come. Okay, clinic is now open overnight. There we go. Clinic patients are now accepted 24/7. So because we do have a doctor overnight, it's now open again. Okay, that's really good. That's very exciting. I don't know if anyone's going to come in this time round, but at least we have the chance for people to come in. And then over here, let's get another person in. Oh dear. Okay. I mean, we could get Dana King in. We could get you in. You do have a hidden thing. Or do we get some more people? Find new candidates for $2,500. Hang on. If we click that, sometimes that changes, doesn't it? Yeah. Hang on a minute. So that was doctor. Hang on. So click doctor and it brings them up. Click advanced diagnosis and you get all these people in. Like David Hull. David Hull's very good. He's very expensive, is David Hull. Good grief. Okay, so David Hall has general medicine 79%, diagnosis 77%, but Karen here, who's significantly cheaper, general medicine 53%, that's good, diagnosis 73%, so only 4% less than David here. I think maybe we go for you. Hang on, slow. You move slowly, boo, whereas David is a diagnostic genius. David, it's going to be you. The night shift is going to be really expensive, but okay, so you can come in. Okay, so we've got 2 people there. And don't worry, haven't forgot about the Wheel of Names. We're just going to get everybody in first, and then we're going to go and roll a load of new names. But so the 2 doctors are in. Now I think we need a nighttime receptionist. Okay, so who shall we get? I mean, it looks like it's going to be Carol Cole, because she's the only 3-star one. Hang on, receptionist 9%, 7% and 10%. Hang on, can we click that? Can we focus on receptionist? No. That this is all we have. We could potentially spend $2,500 on getting new candidates, but that doesn't guarantee they're going to be any better, which is a bit of a shame. Also, she does have 2 hidden perks, which makes me suspicious. I think maybe we spend $2,500 to see if we can find somebody who's a little bit better at receptioning. Hang on. Now, what's your skill? So you've got 65%. Rebecca Burden, the wonderful Rebecca Burden's got 65. And Royal Wren's got 44. So it'd be quite nice to have somebody, that's 32. Although it is night time, it's probably going to be quieter. Do you know what? I think we bite the bullet and spend some money to get a decent receptionist in. Again, if we're going to do it, we might as well do it properly. So here we go. New candidates, please. Oh, there we go. Elizabeth Hernandez. She's a night owl. She works better at night time. Fast metabolism. But she does have a long commute. Can often be late for work. Oh, that's a bit of a bother, isn't it? Okay. Oh, that's really unfortunate. You're really good apart from that. Can often be late for work. Which does mean that nobody's going to be manning reception. But I think you work better at night, doing it more efficiently. Your hunger increases much faster. So you're going to be taking more breaks, actually. Hang on. No, maybe you're not so good. Carol Cole down here. We might have to go for you. Although you do have a hidden perk as well. It's another 1,000 to reveal the hidden perks. Is it worth spending 1,000 of our monies to reveal Carol's deep, dark secret? Receptionist is 34%, patient care 66%. Receptionist knows what their job is. Do you know what? We're gonna have to get you in. I don't want to get Elizabeth in because she's going to be spending most of her time eating and driving here because she lives far away. So that's a bit of a problem. So Carol, we don't know what you're hiding from us, but you're in, Carol. There we go. And then we need a cleaner. We need a nighttime janitor because that makes sense. So you can go with you. Okay, the front runner seems to be David Adams. Hard worker again, kind of, double-edged sword kind of thing. It's good because they're going to work hard, but by the end of the day, they're going to be completely exhausted. They also do have another hidden perk. Efficiency 53, dexterity 72. That is quite good, though. That is quite good. And that's all we've got for janitors. Do you know what? In you come David Adams. And then we need a pharmacy person. Oh, hang on. They're in a different department. They're down here. Let's get a pharmacy person to go on the other side of Matty Shaw's kind of desk there. So at night time, it's going to be the Charles King or David Brown. Who's better at pharmacy? David Brown is better. He works more efficiently during the day. Oh, isn't that wonderful? But he is fast. Okay. We've not had much luck with our staff this time round. Finding the right staff has been tricky. Pharmacy 15, pharmacy 8%. They're not good. That's not what we want. Can we have people who can do... Hang on. Yeah, pharmacy skill? Is that it? I'm tempted to spend another $2,500 to find a decent person. We are spending quite a lot of money on hiring staff, but if we're going to do it, let's do it properly. Okay, so what have we got there? 36% is the maximum for David Brown. He does work better in the day, but that doesn't mean he works badly at night time. Hang on. Do either of you work better at night time? Have you got the nighttime things? You're pleasant. Okay, that's nice. And you are a germaphobe. Okay. So could we swap one of you guys over to the night shift and put that chap in on the day shift? Because he is quite good. So why don't we do that? Hang on. How do we do that then? So go to here. So let's have an Akira Lemongrab. You can come over to the night shift, please. And then we'll employ David Brown to go in on the day shift. There we go. So we now have a nighttime pharmacist. Right. There we go. And now we don't have as much money as we once had. But okay, never mind. So I think if we then go there and open up and pause time for a bit, people can now be treated. Look, that person there, Thomas Lopez. Once upon a time, Thomas Lopez would have had to go home. We would have kicked Thomas Lopez out and gone, bye-bye, Thomas Lopez, cheerio. But now he can be seen. Thomas Lopez can go and see Acantha Oakman. Oh, hang on. Where? Oh, no, you're seeing somebody else. You're seeing a special person. I don't think Acantha Oakman's one of our regular people, is she? She's going home. Oh, that's somewhat unfortunate. She works over here, doesn't she? Is she over there? Somebody else will pick that up. The night staff in the emergency hospitalisation bit will pick that up, I imagine. Or just settle in for a bit of a wait, Mr. Lopez. I do apologise. We've got some staff things happening and it's a little bit complicated right now. Okay, so let's have a little look. Now, I suspect maybe what's happened is we've kind of we've missed out here a little bit because there were probably people here that got kicked out at 8 o'clock. And then at 3 minutes past 8, we then hired some new staff and opened up. So I suspect maybe we've we've missed the first round of people that got booted out. Although, did I see somebody coming in? Yeah, look, there's somebody there, look. Whoever you might be. Hello, can we click on you? Or are you going home the long way? No, you're going home. Okay, sorry, bye-bye. We didn't mean to press that button. Yeah, okay. They're going to clear off, are they? Okay, never mind. Right, let's move time on. Yeah, it's pretty quiet at night time then. Maybe the night staff are just for use at the end of the day to pick up where the day staff left off and to see the people they couldn't actually get through, because now we have nobody in until the clinic is open. It's open 24/7, which is wonderful. Brooke Clark, bed required for examination, X-ray upper limb. And here we go. That's a case in point kind of thing. We now need an X-ray person overnight because this person here, Brooke Clark, is waiting for an X-ray because they've got potential loads of possible diagnoses, but we don't know what they are. So I'm not quite sure what we do with that. Do we hire another person over? That's more wages going out overnight, though. More wages. It's going to be so expensive, but I think we might need to do it. So you're waiting for an X-ray. Do you know what? We're here for the patients. Brooke Clark, hang on a second. We're going to go and hire more people just for you because we're nice like that. Okay. Night shift over at X-Ray Land. So it's either Jessica Scott or Carol White. Okay, Jessica Scott is a night owl. Radiology 36%. So in you come, Jessica Scott. Yeah, okay, what's that? You work better in the day and you've got a fast metabolism. Hang on. Do you work better at night or whatever? You do live a bit far away and you're unpleasant. Oh, Oh, Danielle Grace. I hadn't noticed you had the unpleasant trait. That's not good. Can we make you not unpleasant? Let's get Jessica, wasn't it? It was Jessica. She's a bit more expensive, but yeah, she's got a good perk for working at night. Okay, Jessica Scott, in you come. And then, I think now it's time that we go and sort out the names of all these people, because I think that should be it for now. So we've got what? A couple of doctors, a janitor, a receptionist, a pharmacy person, and an X-ray operative. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Right, let's go and name these people. Right, so who are you going to become? Jessica Scott. The Wheel of Names has determined that Jessica Scott has regenerated into Maria. So there you go, Maria. You're now working overnight doing X-rays. So that's quite good. Right, so then let's come out of there. Let's go. Let's do the pharmacy next. So who is... It was David Brown, wasn't it? Because we swapped them around. So David Brown, who's now going to be daytime pharmacy staff, because Kira Lemongrab is the nighttime staff. So David Brown, let's have a look. Who are you going to become? They've become I'm a Gorgeous Geek, which is very good. So there we go. We now have a gorgeous geek working over in the pharmacy. So there we go. Welcome aboard. And now back into our main emergency thing. Right, so the cleaner... hang on, do we have two? Got two janitors over there. Okay, so the nighttime janitor, David Adams, who are you going to become? They've become, and please accept my apologies if I completely mispronounce this, they've become Shaif Chromakaso, which is very exciting indeed. So there we go, Shaif Chromakaso, or variations thereof, however you might say that properly. They're now working over here as a janitor, which is wonderful. Let's do the doctors, shall we? So we have two doctors, which is good. So yeah, Jane King and David Hall. So let's see who's going to join us from the Wheel of Names. So our doctors working in the night shift are now Mrs. Betts and Damon. So there we go, two new people joining the doctor staff. And then of course we go over to the very important nighttime receptionist, Carol Cole. Away with you, I'm afraid, and away with us to the Wheel of Names. And the Wheel of Names has chosen Francesca Knight as our overnight receptionist, which is very good. So welcome, Francesca Knight. So I think that's it. I think that's all of our night staff now up and running. So can that lady there, can Brooke Clark, now go over to have an X-ray? I think so. It looks like all the lights are back on in the X-ray room. Here we go. They got brought over, and yep, they're doing X-ray stuff. She's looking at the thing and going, ooh, yep, that's bones or whatever. Because, you know, I know how X-rays work. Yep, just move the thingamajig about a bit. And has that helped? You're doing lots of X-rays. Crikey, that's taking a while. Oh, okay. Did that help at all? Okay, now the doctor's going to have a look at that, I assume. Is the doctor going to have a look at those? Patient numbers and insurance payments are back to normal. Okie doke, that's fine. So she's over there in bed, so waiting for a doctor or a technologist for an examination. And now she needs an MRI. So we do need people operating these overnight as well. Although maybe not lots. We're not going to see an awful lot of use of this. But is she going to get bored? Are we going to get a nagging message saying, ahem, that person's been waiting an awfully long time? She does have a bed, though. She has got a bed. Yeah, bed required for examination, MRI, is occupied. Her staff has been busy. I mean, there's no staff. There's no staff. She can stay in the bed. It's fine. Is that okay? I mean, is she getting grumpy? I don't know. Hang on. We'll keep an eye on that, because in a few hours, the day shift will come in. And we don't want to pay one person to do that. Oh, hang on. Thomas Lopez. Hang on, Thomas. Whereabouts are you? Whereabouts are you, my good sir? You're waiting. Who are you waiting for? You're waiting for Acantha Oak. But I don't think she's here. I think she's gone home, Thomas. I think she's gone home. She went home a long time ago. Do you not want to go and see another doctor? Can we not change the doctor you're going to go and see? Go and see Mrs. Betts. Go and see Mrs. Betts, the doctor. Because you're more likely to get in there. And can we... hang on a minute. I keep trying to press the buttons to change the time control. Apparently, yeah, that's a priority thing, isn't it? Code Blue, treat this patient with the same priority as critical patients. So if we do need somebody to be seen urgently, if they're going to leave otherwise, we can press that button and they get seen pretty quickly. So Thomas Lopez, let's make sure that you get seen pretty much immediately. So here we go, 450 money coming from that consultation. That should have paid off a good chunk of the doctor's wage. So anything after that's going to be nice profit for us, which is good. Still waiting. Still waiting. Would anybody like... Hang on. Maybe not Mrs. Betts. Who are you? Hang on, which doctor are you? You're Mrs. Betts and you're idle. Why can't you go and see? I'm confused as to why you're not going to see that person then. Mrs. Betts, can you go and see this person? Thomas Lopez has been very patiently waiting for a very long time, and we've told him to go and see you, and that's not happened yet. Oh, okay. PCR testing is going on, as is serologic testing. Oh, they're waiting for things to happen overnight. Oh, they're the labs. So do we need people working in the labs overnight? And the MRI room and the CT scan and everything else? Oh my goodness me. Right. Okay. So we can't do much with him. Oh, hang on. Oh, he's nipping to the loo. I was going to say he's going in there, but no, he's nipping to the loo. Code Blue, he's going to the loo. Okay. So is he going to leave? Because it's not that long until the day shift start. Just hang around for a bit. Just stick around, Thomas Lopez. It'll be worth the wait. It'll be wonderful. We've put you on Code Blue, Thomas Lopez. If there are tests running, the patient will return the next day. Oh, there are tests running. There's those two things there. Hematology and hematology. And we have hematology, don't we? I think we've got... Is that one of the ones we've got? I'm not entirely sure. Hang on. We have... Yeah, hematology is the blood one. It's that one there, isn't it? Okay, so he'll come back. Oh, okay. That's fine then. That's a good thing, isn't it? Right, hang on. We have to check our night staff pay, because we're going to pay out quite a lot of money now. Okay, it's about, what, $5,000 we're paying overnight now? Rooms with critical workload, 1. Now, a few people in the comments have said you need to pay attention to that, because I kind of just sort of skip past this. I kind of go, it's fine. So, in the emergency department, it looks like there are 5 rooms that reach critical workload during the day. But can we find out what those rooms are? Is the game going to tell us this? I'm not entirely sure. I don't know how we find out what rooms that's referring to. So we know that 5 are critical, but which ones? Which ones? Because then if we know which ones they are, we could do something about it. I imagine it's going to be the doctor rooms, because they're always really, really busy. But okay, we shall see. So let's get time ticking on a bit. Right, so it's 7 o'clock. We've still got some night shift people in, look. So Jordan Jackson, fulfilling needs. He's got the flu. Whether it's flu A or flu B, we're not entirely sure. You're going to wait for some testing over the haematology lab. It's going to be busy over at haematology, isn't it? Good grief. And Boo has levelled up. Oh, well done, Boo. You're now a nurse specialist. Oh, this is wonderful. Hang on. Where do you work? Can't quite recall, Boo. You work over here in the nurses station in our orthopaedics department. Oh, that's really good. That's very good indeed. Okay, happy about that. That's wonderful. Well done, Boo. Do you get to pick a specialisation or anything? I don't think you get to pick another one. Never mind. Actually, hang on. That's just reminded me of something. Over here, in the building site, which is also intensive care, over here, we could do with employing a sort of department boss. A few people have pointed that out in the comments. They said, hang on, you haven't got a boss set up for your intensive care unit. So we should have a chief doctor. Okay, so it's either Rebecca Hendy or Doctor of Parsnips. Now, I think a few people did say Doctor of Parsnips is really good because, hang on, can we find them over there? They've got a management skill or something. Fast learn. There, what's that? Comforting. Oh, good boss. There you go. Improve satisfaction of supervised colleagues every morning. Okay. Although they do work on the night shift, so I'm not quite sure how that works. But I think, we get Doctor of Parsnips in as the head of the intensive care unit. Have all the others got bosses in? So Possible Llama is the chief doctor of emergency. We don't have one for radiology. Don't have one for the labs. Intensive care's Doctor of Parsnips. Danny Powell is the boss of orthopaedics. And we don't have a boss of the admin department. Yeah, okay, that's fine. That's good. It's all looking good. There we go. So we've got bosses where we need them. Right. Okay, dearie me. We're struggling to diagnose what's wrong with Lisa Hernandez. Okay, let's go to Lisa Hernandez. What is the problem? Okay, yeah. Flu A or flu B. I didn't know there were 2 types of flu, but there we go. Apparently there are. What can we do? What can we do to help that out? And sort of, work out which one is which, because I'm not entirely sure. So it's Dr. Hoosier that's having the problem, and in terms of their symptoms, they've got flu-like symptoms. They've got chills, and they're multiplying, and they've got a headache and a sore throat and all that kind of stuff. So regular kind of things you would expect from somebody with the flu. How do we work out which flu it is? I'm not sure. Dr. Hoosier, do you have... Oh, hang on, we could reassign you to somebody else. We could do differential diagnosis and then reassign you to somebody else who's quite good at that. I think, looking at this, well, Dr. Hoosier's up there. No, that's Nova. That's Dr. Hoosier. Dr. Hoosier does have the ability to do advanced diagnosis, but it's at 0%, which isn't great. That's 14%. That's 14%. Who's best at doing this? Dave has got 2% and Penge has got 1%. Also, Penge Cupboard seems to have all the patients in the world. Why does Penge Cupboard have that many patients? This seems a little bit unfair on Penge Cupboard. 2 patients, 3 patients, 2 patients. What's this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16 patients and more. I kind of feel like maybe Penge Cupboard's being a little bit overworked there, but okay. What's happening there? Right, that's a bit weird. Okay, we'll keep an eye on that. If that backlogs, I'll have to reassign patients from Penge Cupboard to other people. How about then we send you to... yes, Dr. Hollander. How about we send you, wherever you are, you just there. Can we reassign you to Dr. Hollander? Can we give you a code blue? And can we get you to have differential diagnosis, please? Because that might help quite a bit. So let's see what we can do with that. So you're waiting, which is fine. So let's make sure you get seen, shall we? Let's just move that out of the way a bit. So, right, here we go. In with Dr. Hollander, and they're going to look at their whiteboard and do differential diagnosis things. Has that helped? How's that helped? It's influenza B. Okay. Well done, Dr. Hollander. You worked it out. And now she's going to get some antivirals. Hang on. How much did that cost? $140. Okay, that was pretty good. Okay, we did something. We did something that worked. Oh, and now Casey Lee's going to ruin all that kind of stuff. According to performed examinations, it's not possible for the patient to have the selected diagnosis. What? Casey Lee, why are you being troublesome? Okay, so Casey Lee, hang on, the final diagnosis we said is celiac disease, but it actually says chickenpox. Well, hang on, can't we pick chickenpox? Is that what we're supposed to do? I don't know. We've given them an active treatment of diet modification and some rest. But if they've got chickenpox, surely they need... I mean, is that antivirals? Is that how you fight? Yeah, antivirus fights chickenpox. So have some antivirals. Also, have some numbing ointment, because that might help with your kind of chickenpox kind of blisters and such. So yeah, get some of that as well, please. Is that going to help? I'm not really sure if that's going to be the right thing to do. Okay, so you're telling me about diet modification, which is completely pointless. But yeah, okay. So now you're going to go over here and have a chat with the pharmacy people, and you're going to pay a great big load of money for some stuff. Okay, and then you've left. Right, I didn't really understand that. Why did they pick celiac disease when it said 100% chickenpox? What was that about? That was a little bit weird, game. Okay, how are we doing for money? How are we doing for good old cash? Because it's coming up to, what, mid-afternoon, and we've got about 35 grand. That's really, really good. That's very exciting. We do... Oh, hang on. Dr. Hoosier's leveled up. Oh, well done, Dr. Hoosier. That's wonderful. Right, so, yeah, you're now a specialist, which is good. I think your advanced diagnosis is still at 0%. Do we need to send you away to train on that? We might need to do that. Also, quick eye on Dr. Penge, actually. Hang on. Dr. Penge, how's your list of people? Oh, you've done well. You've done very well, Dr. Penge. You've flown through those patients there. Good job, you. Well done. Go and have a cup of tea. Okay, so yes, we have a choice with what we do with our money. And there's kind of a split, I suppose, in the comments-ish. More people are saying, go and build another department, than are saying buy an ambulance, because that's what I thought we were going to do. I thought, yeah, let's buy an ambulance, that's going to be brilliant. But yeah, quite a few people have said, no, don't buy an ambulance right now, because that's going to be a waste of money. Invest in, say, a general surgery department or whatever, like that one there, or get in internal medicine or something like that. Oh, hang on a minute, you're waiting to see a doctor. Oh, hang on. Pause time for a second. Wait there, Daniel Barkley. We'll come to you in a second, my good sir. Nice beard. So yeah, a few people have said that. So we could either save our money over the course of many days and then buy an ambulance, or we could build a new department. I'm thinking general surgery might be a good idea. In terms of insurance companies, hang on. So, if we buy one ambulance, we're going to get ambulance patients per day, which is quite good. That sounds like a good thing. And if we buy two, we're going to get ambulance patients per day up to 3, which is also good, because I imagine they pay some good money. But then down here, look, we could open infectious diseases clinic to get 130% sort of insurance payouts, or we could open a traumatology clinic. Remind me, what is traumatology again? Which one is traumatology? Cardiology, neurology, infectious diseases. Traumatology is, hang on, Daniel Barkley. It's like burns and such like. Okay, so we could get one of those in. And they will then send us people. So what are they going to send us? 10 more people, I assume, that might possibly go into the traumatology department, because that's kind of linked to that insurance company. So we could do that, and that's another insurance company that we get sort of open and accept a contract with. They pay us quite a bit of money for that. That could be quite good as well. Maybe we do that first to then get the money in, to get 10 extra people in. That'll help with money. And then we get 130% payout for dealing with those 10 people. So maybe we get a traumatology clinic in first, and then we get in the general surgery, and then possibly an ambulance. I'm not entirely sure. I don't really know. But there we go. That's what we could do. It would have to go over there possibly somewhere. Also in the middle, I would like to get a cafeteria. I'd like to get a little kind of eatery somewhere in here as well, because that would be good. I mean, is it time to think about going up to the second floor? Is it time to think about that? I'm not entirely sure. That's a bit of a scary thought, isn't it? We have got a bit of room down here. We have got a bit of space there. Oh, hang on. Yeah, I forgot about Chappie. Hang on. Right, you're waiting over here as well. You're waiting. I think what we might need to do is, hang on, pause. We might need another doctor over here in orthopaedics. We've only got Danny Powell, who is doing her absolute finest work to get through that list of patients. But that's a lot of people for her to get through, all on her own. And Danny Powell, you're amazing, but you're really, really struggling. Your satisfaction is coming down. That's not good. I think maybe we get another doctor in, and we can copy that office and just plonk it straight into there. That's perfect. We'll have that and just drop it straight in. That's okay by me. I'm not so fussed. So I think we do that to try and alleviate the pressure on poor Danny Powell there, just doing all the doctoring in orthopaedics all on her lonesome. So here we go. Let's do that, shall we? Let's do a quick sort of grab of all of those bits and bobs in there, and then we can pop it there. This prefab is blocked by another object. Is it though, Gay? Is it really blocked by another object? Is there something in that room already? There's a chair. Okay, hang on. We can move the chair. Right, we can have corridor wheelie chair races. That's what we're going to do. But hang on a minute. That's fine. And now, can we have another go at that, please? Oh, hang on. So grab. I just spent 30 on something. I'm not quite sure what I spent 30 on. Hang on. That went a bit wrong. Okay, that's better. There we go. Fully stocked, equipped office. It can be placed there. We'll crop another room. What does that mean? Why is it saying that? We're just going to press the button and see what happens. Everything looks fun. $6,500 we spent on that. $6,500. Oh my goodness me. But it's a good office. It looks very nice. However, we are going to change a few things around. Only minor things. Only minor trivial things. I notice actually. Hang on. That room doesn't have a plant. It's got a little cactus, and that is lovely, but it hasn't got a big plant in it. Why haven't those rooms got big plants in? Okay, that's a bit outrageous. Hang on a minute. Emergency plantage. There we go. And you can have one of those, because that's nice. And then this room here can have a different one. You can have a nice potted plant. There we go. And I'd like to, if we could, I'd like to change the cactus on that. I'd like to get rid of the cactus if we could. So how do you do that? Like that. So get rid of the cactus. I'd like to put a flower on that one. There we go. Look, that's made life so much better for everybody. There we go, little flower. I think that's ready. I think that room is set up and valid and waiting for somebody to be employed. So here we go. let's get another daytime doctor in over here in orthopaedics. Right, orthopaedics 87%. That looks pretty good, but 2 hidden perks. I mean, she could be, rubbish at working in the daytime and live like 400 miles away or something. I think maybe we have to spend £1,000 to reveal the hidden perks. So here we go. Let's spend 1,000 of our money to reveal the secrets of these people. She is a Spartan. Okay, that's a surprise. All her needs are reduced slower. And she's a people person. Reveals hidden perks of people after interacting with them. Oh, she's very good. Oh, she's good. She's expensive, but my goodness me, she's very, very good indeed. You're an oh, okay. Judy Garcia, the other potential candidate, is an alcoholic, a people person, and a hard worker. But you're not as good. So, yeah, okay. Dana Taylor, in you come. But of course, you're not going to remain as that for long. Over to the Wheel of Names. So now, courtesy of the Wheel of Names, over in orthopaedics, we now have Dr. Flower Dolphin working for us, which is completely brilliant. So there we go. Dr. Dolphin, welcome aboard. Hopefully, you can help out over here because it's very, very busy. There is much in the way of orthopaedic stuff to be going on with. So here we go. Hang on a minute. Let's move time on. Let's see. So you're settling in, immediately playing some solitaire. Don't think I don't see you, but you know what? It's fine. It's part of your kind of settling in thing. You're getting used to it, and you're maybe a bit nervous, and that's what you do. Maybe get the solitaire off the screen before the patient comes in. No, you just don't care. Oh, there you go. Now you've done it. Huh? There's someone there. Oh yeah, I'm a doctor. I'm supposed to be doing doctoring. Okay, so let's see. Let's have a little look. Are you going to help out quite a bit? Yeah, it's busy over here, isn't it? It's really busy over there. Good grief, yeah, that's very busy. Okay, so hopefully that will mean that these people aren't going to leave. Thomas Scott will code blue you to get you in. There we go, look, happy people. Right, he's going to go in, so he's not going to leave, which is really good. I love how there's so much going on now. Like once upon a time, the hospital was it was a little bit empty, a bit like that. We'd see maybe one person wander off to the booking in machines and have a seat or whatever. It was quite quiet. And I look over here. You've got these people walking about here. I mean, you've got somebody up there. There was somebody walking past the wheelchair. You're hobbling into there. Got janitors all over the place. It's very good. It's very good. It looks very exciting and lived in. Ah, yes. Somebody did point out that wall is incomplete. You're absolutely right, whoever you were. Yeah, that wall there, look, just isn't done. We've just not done that wall. Have we done the other side as well? I'm not entirely sure. So hang on a second. Yeah, go to walls, drip a drop. That wall, and then just paste that across like that. That's much better. Have we done the other side? Yes. Okay. It was just that one wall that we missed out. And I know we're trying to save a bit of money, but do we want to get the flooring sorted over here in the corridor bit for intensive care? Do we want to do that? I think maybe it's worth a go, isn't it? Do you know what? Let's do that, show. So hang on a minute. So dropper that flooring. So it's that tile. So the dark colour tile, but it's going to be red. Red for emergencies. Okay, so we'll have that. It's 390 money. And that's then 120. And up there, that's however much that was. 600. So about £1,000-ish, I think. But there we go. That looks a bit better. And then in there as well. In there as well. Shall we just have, hang on, drop of that and make that red. And then we'll just sort that out as well to make it just look tidier. 1,400 monies on the floor, but now it just looks better. It just looks nicer. Look at that. Oh, that's quite good, actually. That looks really nice. Oh, I like that. But yeah, okay. That looks a little bit better. It still isn't quite finished. There's a lot of room there. Oh, hang on. Patient is collapsing. He's got a deep wound on his foot. Okay, hang on. Daniel Anderson. We're going to help you, Daniel Anderson. Oh, no. Daniel Anderson. Right, it said the staff will help him as best they can. Right, emergency. Oh, look, that person's running. She's running. She works in the x-ray thing, but she's performing first aid. Oh, well done. Well done, Danielle Grace. This is huge. Okay, come on. Stay with us, Mr. Anderson. Stay with us. You've got an exclamation mark. You're in a critical state. So yeah, the deep wound on your foot. Right, so he's on a stretcher thing. They've put a sheet on him. Little bit of... Oh, right, yeah, he's... Oh, dearie me. That's going to leave a mess, isn't it? We need some janitors. He's not going to be blood left. Yeah, okay, wow. I mean, you can tell where he's been. Oh, there we go. And who is it? It's Danny Yuri cleaning up. Of course it is. Right, hang on. Let's keep an eye on Captain Bloodloss here. Right, so in you come. Are you going straight into theatre? You're going straight into having an operation. Okay, here we go. You're in one of our lovely operating lounges. Okay, you're still undergoing stabilisation. Is this not one of our things? Yeah, cheapo care. Save a patient after one collapse. Okay, if we can save this patient, that means we complete a goal with the insurance people. Okay, so who have we got? We have who is that? Dr. Oakmoon, and we have Griff. And there we go. They're stable. We've done it. They didn't die. Hooray, well done. There you go, Daniel Anderson. It was worth it, wasn't it? We've unlocked a thing now. I like the way he's still got his suit on. That's good. You could have maybe unbuttoned his suit a bit to help out, but okay. I suppose the problem was his foot, though, I guess, so you don't need to do that. But okay, so he collapsed, he's stabilised. Now what happens? I don't know what happens at the moment. Hang on, move time on nice and quick. Oh, hang on, it's been taken away again. Hang on, let's follow him. Let's move that out the way a little bit. Right, so we'll follow you. So where are they going to take you? Are you going to go back into orthopaedics ward? Or the high dependency? Ah, you're in high dependency. Right, okay, that would make sense. Okay, well, there we go. That was our first kind of proper emergency. Somebody collapsed. And they're still trying to clean up the blood, but they're getting there, look. The wonderful cleaning staff are sorting it out slowly but surely. Look at that, we've got Silent Psychopath over there. Just very quietly but very psychopathically cleaning up the blood. Okay, and then down here, we've got Jam. So Jam and Silent Psychopath are going to meet in the middle somewhere and have a chat about, cleaning blood and such like. Okay, room workload stats. Rooms with critical workload 1. Hang on. That's, which department are we in? We're in the medical labs department at the minute. Are we? Oh, okay. Maybe does that have critical stuff in it? Okay, open the stats. Nighttime workload is critical in one of the rooms. But again, I'm not quite sure how we find out which one it is. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure we'll muddle through. But okay, so now the day is done and now the night shift begins. And on this one day, nobody's here. Okay, normally we have to kick people out, but this time round, no. No people are waiting. Well, isn't that just the way of things sometimes? Okay, no, that's fine. At least the night shift are in. So they're in helping out. We need to... Oh, no. You two, Jam and Silent Psychopath, could you just... I'll give you an hour's overtime if you just clean up those 2 bits of blood. Because that's going to look very unsightly. But nope, just not dealing with it at all. Okay, the night shift will have to deal with that, I suppose. Whoever that might be. Who's going to do the cleaning? Who is our night shift person? We did hire a night shift janitor in emergency, didn't we? I imagine they'll get round to it eventually. But I mean, yeah, it's a bit grim. If you could sweep it up. There we go. Who is it again? Oh, yeah. Shave Chromocaso. They're doing a spot of cleaning. Okay, that's really good. And you've sorted it out. Well done. Good job. Oh, look at that. We've just completed the previous cheapo care objective, which was about the collapsed person. So we've dealt with that. And now the next one, so objective 8 out of 11 for them, is to reach 80% prestige at the end of the day at emergency. And if we do that, we get given a $50,000 government grant. And if we do that, I think that will give us enough cash to go and build a new department. So hang on, let's have a quick look. So emergency, prestige. So is that prestige there? So yeah, look at that. We have 5-star. In fact, all of it's 5-star. We're looking pretty good. Do you know what I think? We just move time on and get that complete and get given a very, very welcome and lovely 50 grand. That's going to be very nice indeed. Do you know what? Actually, hang on. Come out of that second. We are going to need to factor in lifts / elevators, whatever you want to call them, moving up and down thingamajigs. Because, yeah, we're running out of space on this ground floor, running out of room here. There's going to be some rooms along here for radiology. There's going to be possibly a place to eat over here, maybe, and a whole new department over there. So we are running out of room. So we do need to factor in where the sort of, the lifts / elevators can go. How much are they? I don't really know how much they are. Have we ever bothered with this? How much are they again? Oh, they're only 2,000. Oh, I thought they were significantly more expensive. Okay, do you know what? That's not so bad. I mean, could we put one in just as a kind of a proof of concept of, hooray, we've put that in? And if we put that there, look, can we put it there? Yeah, look, because that's where it's going to stick through the wall. Oh, hang on, I factored a space of 4 by 4 in for those. But maybe it's not that. Maybe it has to go into wall. So you have to keep a bit in front of the wall free, and then you have yourself 3 spaces behind the wall. Hang on. Let's just put that in. Okay, we have ourselves an elevator. And it's in, and that's how it works. Okay, right, so we need to read. That's a bit tedious. Hang on, you've ruined our floors. You've ruined the flooring. No, please put the floor back to how it was. Okay, right, so $2,000 to get that in. Right, so our first elevator has gone in. So now we know how they work. Right, they need to be done a little bit differently. So there are only 3. Oh, that makes things a bit different. So now they could tuck into the end of corridors here, or they could fit nicely into other places. That's going to be too big, but that's okay. That's not too much of a bother. Okay. Right, well, there we go. At least we've done that, so now we know. Right, okay, there we go. So we have an elevator in. I mean, we didn't need to put that in, but at least now we know that's how that sort of thing works. Right, let's move time on. We'll fly through. Oh, I was going to say we'll fly through an entire day, but we don't need to because we've just been given 50,000 monies. Okay, thank you very much. Hang on, so what's your next objective? So it must have been at the end of the day, as in, the literal day, as in, 24 hours, not the working day on like a day shift or whatever. Hang on. So now the objective is buy 1 ambulance, buy 2 ambulances, buy 3 ambulances. Okay. Right. Okay. I kind of feel like the game is trying to make us buy ambulances. But, I mean, yeah, if we do that, we don't know what the objectives are on the rewards are behind these. So we might buy 1 ambulance to complete that goal. That's going to increase the ambulance patients per day to 2 from liver TY, which is really good. That's 2 people coming in via ambulance. But behind that, there could be another reward that says, I don't know, hire 10 janitors. And it might say you're going to get given $75,000 or something. So now we have a tricky thing of, do we want to buy ourselves an ambulance? Now we've got 64 grand. We can afford one, definitely. And then see what happens with that. Or do we want to go and save the money and build ourselves traumatology, which I think is what we might go for next, because that unlocks Protect Care. They send us 10 people. Those 10 people pay us a good chunk of cash each time they pop by. I don't know what we do. What do we need in traumatology? Hang on, that might be important to look at. So traumatology is, as we've seen already several times, on-call room, nurses station, diagnostic unit. Do we have one of those? Do we have one of those over here somewhere? Possibly. Not quite sure. Burn unit, high dependency, cardiography. So it does require quite a few things. It's not a straightforward thing to get in, but I think it would be quite good to have because it gives us access to all the people from here, from Protect Care. And that might just go up. That might go up and up. We might have all sorts of other objectives in here that we could complete. That means we get even more stuff going on from Protect Care. They're going to pay for more money. And then we can use that money to get an ambulance. But then on the flip side, an ambulance is really exciting because they've got flashy lights and they go neenor and they zoom about the place. I'm really torn. Do we go for the impulse buy of an ambulance or do we save our money and go for building a whole new department? Okay, so quick check. An ambulance is going to cost us $35,000. Well, just shy of that, actually. $1 short of that. Just round it up, for goodness sake. Make life easy. But $35,000, so 35 grand. So if we were to buy an ambulance right now, that would get us down to about, hang on a minute, maths with Penge, about $30,000. And then at the end of the night shift, we'd have to pay out another 5 grand on wages. So we'd go back down to about 25 grand. But then the ambulance would be bringing people in. They'd be bringing people in with the most severe medical conditions. But what if they bring people in that we can't deal with? That's what I'm thinking about now. So maybe they bring somebody in who needs some general surgery. Maybe they bring somebody in who's got some burns. Maybe they bring somebody in who's got an infectious disease. We can't deal with those things. So maybe even though my heart is saying, get an ambulance because it's got flashy lights and goes Nino, my brain is saying, no, do the logical thing and build a new department. And then maybe with the money you get from that department, you could then treat yourself to an ambulance. And then we'll see what happens with that. But I think maybe, getting traumatology in has got to be our best bet. I think that's what we should do. So as much as it pains me to do so, because I'd love to get an ambulance in, and we've kind of geared all this up to get ambulances, we're going to hold off for now, but we will get one. I mean, all our objectives over here for the insurance companies are very ambulance heavy, aren't they? They're basically saying, get the flashy, exciting Nino machines. So, okay, we'll do that at some point. But I think, we get at least one more department in. What's that one? Pathology. Okay, I won't do that quite right now. But traumatology does seem like a good thing to get in, because then we get those insurance folks in and they're going to pay us a load of money, so that might help out quite a bit. So I think we look at getting that in. However, hang on, let's just flip that around. Let's do some planning, shall we? Let's do a little bit of planning. So let's go to management mode. So where would our traumatology department live logically? So I would say maybe up here in this corner. We could fit it in that corner. That leaves room for maybe another department in here, possibly. There's a little bit of a gap over there where we could put some things, some more bathrooms or whatever. But maybe it should go over here. So we have a corridor coming in for intensive care. So hang on, intensive care has got all the things it needs. Cleaning closet can go along here. Restroom can go here. Common room can go along here. So the 3 additional rooms for the intensive care unit can go along there. That's absolutely fine. So that can end the intensive care unit corridor. So then I would say we get traumatology. So have a traumatology corridor. Here we are. We're going to make this way too big. Somebody in the comments did say, you're making your rooms too big. Stop doing that. You're wasting money. It happens in everything. Every game we ever play in the Geek Cupboard, the rooms are always too big. It's fine. We muddled through. It's okay. Right, so on that side, again, we could have... Oh, hang on. We could have some of the rooms on that side. So there is a shared operating room. I mean, there is an operating room there as well. But hang on. The operating lounge over there can't be shared with those guys. Why not? I thought they could share the operating lounges. Okay, so what can we put on this side then? So if we say... fill that up to there. So that's where intensive care can end. So let's say over here in hang on a minute. That's Traumatology Clinic. That's Traumatology Hospitalization. Oh, traumatology is really big. Oh, I didn't even look at this over here. Oh, right. Okay. That's quite big. Okay, that's fine. Right. Traumatology cleaning cupboard can go there. That's okay. Traumatology is going to need a reception. Okay, so maybe we're going to need a corridor coming round the edge of here. Hang on. Do we want to get another doctor office in? Because we might need another one of those. Another one in addition to this one here or not. I'm not entirely sure. I'm just trying to think about how we can move about the hospital a bit better. There's corridors coming across there. Oh, hang on. That's going to be a pain, isn't it? That's going to intersect with that room and get in its way. Okay, never mind. So hang on. They could come along here so people can book in here and they go, you need to go to traumatology. So they could walk around here. So I would say over here is where we put traumatology reception. And it doesn't need to be massive. It doesn't need to be huge, I wouldn't say. The only thing is, we are going to need a corridor coming out of... hang on, what corridor did I just do there then? What corridor is that? Hang on. I've done the wrong corridor. Because that is not what I was expecting. Hang on a minute. It's a corridor here, isn't it? I did the wrong corridor. Sorry, everybody. Right, hang on a minute. Hang on. Up like that. There we go. Traumatology corridor. Wonderful. Right. And then... maybe it was. Oh, I don't know. Right, so we've got that there. Then we could put, say, a common room along here as well for the staff, so they can have a break. Elevator planner. We could put one of those in the middle, because now we want to make sure we have plenty of those around. So we'll pop that in like that. And then, we've got a bit of room over there as well. So the waiting room could come in down here. So hang on. So a corridor could come along like that, look. So it comes along like that. So you come through here from the emergency clinic, walk round the corner, and you're in traumatology. Okay, That makes sense. And then we'd have a reception, maybe here possibly, like that. And then over here we could have... We're probably going to need 2 of those traumatology offices, aren't we? I imagine we're going to need 2 of those. And then we have all the hospitalisation stuff over there, possibly, maybe. I don't know. Right, hang on a minute. Hang on. So how big is that? That's 1 by 9. Okay, that's unfortunate. So what we could do is, hang on, so have 5 like that. So have 7 by 5, and then have another 7 by 5. So those 2 there make the waiting room a bit bigger. So then we'd have, and that's not, no. Reception is different to waiting room, Penge. Although, does the reception need to be big? Can the reception be that? Could that be the waiting room just there? That'd work out all right, wouldn't it? Just put a load of chairs along there. It's only little though, it's only diddy, but it might work possibly. I don't know. Where do we put these then? Oh, this is looking like a shambles. We've got 2 of those offices in though, and a cleaning cupboard, and a common area. That's quite good. I mean, we don't need a restroom because there's a restroom right there. They can just walk around the corner and get that. So that's okay. Yeah, that's not going to work there though, is it? So hang on a second. I think maybe. Hang on. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Maybe we need to rework how this is going to be all put together because that was a bit of a mess, wasn't it? How about that layout there? That seems a little bit more sensible. So you come round the corner from here, down in our main emergency clinic, and you pop into the Traumatology Reception. Then the friendly Traumatology Receptionist helps you out a bit, does some triage. You go and wait over here in the waiting room. There's 2 traumatology offices because, as we've seen, it gets busy. So 2 of those, and that covers that bit off. So the clinic will work. Then we have a restroom over here, which can be shared. It's quite nearby. The corridor runs around the corner. There's the elevator. There's the cleaning closet. There's the little kind of common room for the people over here in traumatology, so they can all have a break. And of course, these guys can use it as well, because I think that's fine. So that looks okay. Then we'd need to do hospitalization stuff. Now, the only thing is, how big does a cardiography unit have to be? And how big does a diagnostic unit have to be? Can we fit them in down here like that? We could. Look at that. So we could fit the diagnostic unit and the cardiography unit just there. That could be quite good. And then we have a burn unit. A burn unit specialises in treatment of burns of all kinds. Okay, that does make sense. Hang on. We might need possibly another... I mean, we have a corridor coming across the top like that to kind of connect up to other bits of the hospital. Possibly coming around like that. So then we could have the burn unit, say, there. So 10 by 8 possibly. A little bit wonkuloids with the walls across here, but that's fine. And then we'd have high dependency possibly going in like that. Do we need lots of beds in there? Again, not entirely sure. And then the on-call room and the nurses station could go along here possibly. Or do we put the on-call... Hang on, how big do they need to be again? 4 by 3, 4 by 3. Maybe they would be better placed going there, and they have easy access to the wards, and then the cardiography unit and the diagnostic unit could go over here somewhere. That might make a little bit more sense, possibly. Hang on, let's rejig that. So get rid of that and that. So we can't copy-paste those rooms, but that's okay. So on-call room was, 6 by whatever it was. Let's make the nurses' room a bit bigger, because they have more things to put in there. And then, yeah, down here, look, we could have, say, a diagnostic thing like that possibly. Oh no, but that's going to be a bit weird, isn't it? And cardiography like that, which is okay, but then we're going to need to have a corridor coming down here to connect those up. Do you know what? That sort of works. And then we've got some no man's land there doing nothing at all, but we'll work out what that can do. And then I would say we get another corridor coming around like that for a second. Hang on. And then cutting all the way down to there. So we have a loop around the edge of traumatology. So traumatology is going to be huge. I don't think 64 grand is going to cut that, but I think that's what we go for. I think maybe that's what we do now. And we will need, however, a little bit more emergency corridor coming up like that, because there is going to be a doctor's office there, because that helps out. It's really busy. Okay. I think that's what we do. Hang on. And to further our planning even more, hang on. Corridor for radiology could run up like that. Okay, just break these bits here. We might need to build the foundations in for those, but there we go. So that could be the corridor that leads to those rooms there. Right, and there's a little bit of a gap there. We could put whatever there. Bathroom, break room, whatever. But I think that's what we go for. I think that seems like a pretty good plan. So we're going to turn this corner of nothingness into a very, very busy and possibly excessively large, but never mind because it's a Geek Cupboard and that's what we do, traumatology department to deal with all sorts of burns and traumas and everything else. Crikeys. Okay, that's going to be huge. So we might need to start with the clinic at least. Start with the clinic-y bit, get a little bit of that in, try to make some money from the clinic, and also I imagine, hang on, if we, where's the insurance thing? Open a traumatology clinic. Yeah, so as soon as we open the clinic for that, we're going to get people sent in, and then maybe with the money we make from those people, we could start building the hospitalisation side of things across there. But you know what? That's huge and ambitious, and we're nowhere near getting that done quite yet, although we do have a decent amount of money, which is quite nice. I'm also tempted to maybe pay a little bit back. Pay a tiny bit back to the bank possibly, but do you know what? I think we'll finish up for now because we have done a great deal of things. We've done planning and we've mused on whether to buy ambulances and we've hired many new people. We've done lots of things. So I think what we'll do is we'll finish up for now, come back next time and see how we spend our $65,000 or so. But yeah, we'll see what we do with that next time. Hopefully you are still enjoying this. If you are, please do leave a like. That would be most marvellous indeed. And also, if you're not already, then please do subscribe to keep up to date with how we get on in next time out in Project Hospital. But for now, thank you very much for joining me in the Geek Cupboard, and I will see you next time. I just want to point out the danger of blasting fire into the face of somebody who has not got any kind of headgear on. Let's suppress the pants off that thing. I always knew hiding on a park bench would be no good. Oh no, it's a terrifying disc thing. The aliens shoot him with such force that he loses his hair, which is just ridiculous.